Well, I would like to introduce my next guest, which is Mama Nzinga. And Mama Nzinga is a poet. She's a storyteller. She's a long-term educator, as she was a teacher for many years. And she is here to highlight some poetry, tell us a little bit of some stories, and we're just delighted to have you here. Thank you for being here, Mama Nzinga.
Okay, I'll say thank you. I'm giving thanks to even be here to the Creator. And I just want to have a moment of silence for our ancestors.
Beautiful.
Yes, we give thanks. Asante Sana, which is Swahili, Adipwe, which is Yoruba, which is out of Nigeria. And I just give thanks. I mean, um, I'm coming to you to tell you first, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Carol for allowing me to be here at this time. For the young people, take your time. This is a very special time. Whatever age you are, whether you're 60 or 80 or 105 or 15, this is for you. This is your time. Use it wisely. Use the think to make the right moves. Take your time. Just know you'll never have this time again. And I do want to give a shout out to Nikki Rosa. Nikki Rosa. Nikki. Oh, my dear, dear Nikki.
So you're speaking of Nikki Giovanni, which are the
Yeah.
girls. Introduce Nikki Giovanni to our girls. So we're talking to girls aged 10 to 14 who may have never heard that name. And we need to let them know who she was.
She said, I was born in the Congo. She did a poem so powerful called Ego Tripping. You got to look it up and maybe even bring it to your spirit so you can go ahead and present it to others. But it told about our history. It told how wonderful we were. It was a story of light, giving light to in the 60s. I actually had an opportunity to see her in 1968 at a wonderful power festival, a Black Hour festival. And she was with the Last Poets and she was with Gil Scott Heron. Now, if you don't know them, they are the big names in the poetry back in the 60s in the Black Arts movement, along with Sonia Sanchez. Now, Nikki Giovanni, Nikki Rosa, when she did that poem, she shook everybody up because they said, wait a minute, it's we couldn't relate to the beauty of what the mothers brought, the women of our nation brought forth a child, a Black child. This, this was incredible for us to hear our own history. So when you see the poem, you'll know about it. I also got opportunity to meet her at a ShopRite in Philadelphia, a ShopRite store. It was a supermarket. I won a contest and I got an opportunity to meet with her. She gave me the book called Black Eyed Peas, but she was on tour with Yolanda Adams and also gave me a ticket to Yolanda Adams concert. But she was so down. She was down. She was a brilliant. She had lectures with James Baldwin. She had lectures with people who questioned who she was to tell us who we were
Hmm.
as as African Americans, as Black people. And what she challenged everything and she flipped it because she was powerful. It was almost like she fed them a line and then she hung them with it. Nikki turned everything around. She
Hmm.
was a force to be reckoned with. She was brilliant
Uh,
and she always questioned. And it's a big loss to the writers, just like Toni Morrison, just like Ntishaki Shangi, a great writer. You got to read her if you want to ever step into that world of words.
Yeah.
And those are some of the few, along with Maya Angelou and others. Yeah.
Yes. And well, we're glad to have you here because you are a living poet, and I can't wait to hear. But I want to ask you about your name, Nzinga. That's very interesting. I know it has to have some beautiful history behind it. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Queen Nzinga. When I heard the name, it resonated with me. It just kept vibrating in my spirit. And I was originally named Gwendolyn because they didn't know what to name me when I first came to this planet. And my dad opened the book and there was the name Gwendolyn after Gwendolyn Brooks. I actually got a chance opportunity to meet with her as well. And she was poet laureate and won a Pulitzer Prize and all that. She's another one you've got to look up in the world of words,
Hmm.
in the writings. You must look up Gwendolyn Brooks. So I was named after her, but I wanted an African.
Hmm.
I wanted something that, because at the time I was with Kwame Ture, formerly known as Stokely Carmichael. I was one of the cadre, and I studied with a group in Sacramento, California, with the All African People's Revolutionary Party. So that's why I claim being an activist, because I do have that background history. I met with Farrakhan, I met with Coretta Scott King, Rosa Parks. I mean, I walked a lot of walks. Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes, yes. But in Zynga, that's why I say I'm an activist. Yeah, I claim it. I know it. I'm still activating within my words. So, and Nzinga was the queen of the Congo. She was from Angola. She fought off the Portuguese for 30 years till she was 80 years old. And she was on the front line. She had her bow and arrows. Some say that she cut off her left breast to pull that bow out. She was fierce. They said she wore pants and a skirt on top of the pants so she could ride. She would
Okay.
ride and tell a story. She would ride as the story was told. Yes. And she was fierce. And they didn't control Angola, uh, Mantuba, where she was from, until she passed.
Mhm.
They
That's a
poisoned her.
powerful name. That is a powerful name. That's beautiful.
Yes. So the poem that I'm going to share with you is tribute to African women. It's a shadow of an African woman. Now, I always ask the question, tell me the name of a great African woman, one born in this country or another country. So I'm going to ask you, Carol, tell me the name of a great African.
Okay. Cleopatra comes to my mind as the queen of Africa and Egypt. What's another one?
Makeda.
Makeda. Yeah.
That was the Queen of Sheba,
Sheba.
as also known as.
Yes.
But what I want to say is, what about you?
Ah,
You are a great Black woman, African woman, woman of a Kevi line, born in this country. So, what we say to you is, this poem is dedicated to you.
beautiful.
And it starts off with a song cry. And because she was whipped, she was chained. Sometimes she was on the shores of South Carolina and she had to move through those changes through the world and the times. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Long, long way, far, far away from my home. Shadow of an African woman. She be the woman at the end of the line, at the middle of the line, in the front line. On the She be the healer hand woman. She be the bread in the middle of the night when you need comfort. She be the shoulder to lay your head on and wipe your tears away. She be the one that hand to hold. You can keep moving forward. She be the water on top of Black Mountain. Splash. She be bringing forth all the light through her womb, shadowed by the rivers of hate. She is moving and pushing her blackness into the cold heat of a camouflage world. Shadowed by African woman with 75 cents and a sweet potato pie. She built Bethune-Cookman College. And my feet are tired, but my soul is rested. Mother College, the first one to march in the freedom with Martin Luther King, to get off the bus. Her feet were tired. She was an elder. And with a Bible in one hand and a shotgun in another, she brought over 300 slaves, or our ancestors, forward into freedom. And she said this train is only going in one direction. That was our dear mother, Harriet. Yes. Freeing slaves at night, riding shotgun to an unknown plight, watching our babies bleed, fighting the odds while the world transforms to seed, picking cotton in the unjust field just to get a swallow of water and be called a girl 3/4, kneeling down at the garden of prayer, spitting her sorrow songs into the lips of stale air. A shadow of an African woman hollers and screams, mirrors cracking on dark stone, still sparkling, still birthing midnight faces, still struggling in a world of races, spitting, spewing fire from her womb to make room for our people, wounded by the guns of oppression, raped by the resident hate. She's just a shadow, holding up the cup of unity. Yes. Can we be free? Can we be free? Can we be free? She's, she marches where she has to go. She stands, she sits, she cries. She still is here, blood flowing, moving, raped by the rivers of hate. She just a shadow, pushing the blackness into the cold heat of a camouflage world, dripping tears of black rain, a cup of the future holding up the pain, trying not to be sucked up by status in this society. Just an African woman, just let her be. Just an African woman, just let her be free. From the womb in Africa, through so many tombs in America. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. Hold on, sister. Hold on. We're here. We hear you. Wake up, my sisters. Wake up, my sisters. Seekers say, wake up. Long, long way. If we walk together, we can stand. We can make it through this nightmare, dream, this illusion. We know we are a loving people. Long, long way. Keep your love. Long, long way. Far forward. Hold on, sister. Hold on. Take your breath and keep moving. Keep your mind fresh. Long, long way from my home. Shadow of Africa, Asante Son. All right.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give me, from your words, a message for our young girls from that poem. Just a very simple thing that they need to remember. Just give them a cue of what you're saying in that poem for them to realize.
We are sacred. We and our time is very special and very precious. Don't waste it. Make sure your truth is with yourself. You are truthful. You are honest with yourself, that you're listening, that you're doing the best that you can do. And if you can't do no better, ask for some help. Because sometimes that's all we have to do is ask for some help so we can keep moving. If we get confused, ask someone that you know you can trust for that help. But do it all. Love yourself. Because you on sacred time. You on God's turn. That's right. I said it. You on God's turn. And I give thanks for you because you're the next generation that's going to raise us up. Okay. I'm dependent on you. You have our dreams. I charge you with that. Remember, your time is sacred and so blessed. I love you. Asante Sana. Way.
Beautiful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.